we go. Here's somebody. Okay, good morning, Marcia. And good morning, everyone. Good to see you this morning. December 15th, moving towards the solstice when that switch will flip and we'll gradually begin to have more light each day. This I look forward to every year. And I look forward to January actually, because the sun just begins to get a little bit brighter. And the day is a little bit longer. It's just a good sign. All right, so let's put our feet flat on the floor, line up our knees over our ankles, scoop back into your chair. So you've got as much of your spine and your back on the chair as possible. Take those shoulders, nudge them back, nice. And then come to visualize that invisible string from the tailbone up through the spine, up and out through the crown of the head that lengthens you. Okay, this morning we're going to start with some breathing. This is a counted breath. So I will count out loud to 3. That's your inhale. And then I'll say 4 and hold. And then I'll count it back down, 3, 2, 1. That's your exhale. So closing your eyes, palms on your lap, maybe together, maybe they're upward, but just coming into a comfortable place. And we'll get ready and we'll start. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, hold, 3, 2, 1. The count is going to change to 4 counts. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping with the count to 4. Inhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round. Ready? Inhale. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then allow your breath to return to your normal and natural breath. Beginning to relax around the jawbone, the cheeks, separating upper jaw from lower jaw. And anytime feeling free to sigh or to yawn. Just let that exhalation cleanse. Let it pour forth with all that we do not need, both in reality, the CO2, and more visually. Things, ideas, to-do lists we're carrying around that maybe right now, right in this present moment, we don't need. Let's take our hands, take one on top of the other on your heart. Breathe outward and release, feeling the sternum and the ribs expand and then retract back. So finding that connection to the physical body through the breath. Connecting warmth to your heart, honoring your compassionate hearts. Taking the hands back down to your thighs. First we'll inhale, looking upward, and then we'll exhale, looking downward, deciding how long you want to make this journey upward. So inhale up and exhale down. And if it feels good, again, just you might forcefully exhale the air as your chin and head come downward. Pause when your chin comes down towards your chest this next time. Inhale over to the left shoulder and exhale over to the right. Pause here, inhale and exhale over. So on the pauses, we inhale, inhale. On the exhales, we move our chin. This next time you come up and pause here, looking out and over your left shoulder. Take your right arm down. Again, taking time to bring the breath in and out. Taking a hand to your thigh, take it over. So you're looking out over your right shoulder. Left arm is down. And then take and look forward. If it's available, taking your hands and hooking them or gently placing them on some part of your chair, then gently just taking your sternum forward. Reach those arms up as you straighten the spine, looking upward. And then let those arms come back and come back behind the chair, press the sternum forward, and then release and arms come up. Feeling free to look up as you do that. Forward gaze, and up, and back, and up. This time hold those arms up there. And now just go side to side with some stretching. Keep your connection to the body. Feel this stretch. So it isn't about how high your arms go. It's about moving the ribs, moving those intercostal muscles, waking them up. And now just pause, lower the shoulders, and take your arms out into cactus. I have mine right now lined up with my ears. You're also welcome to take the hands just a little bit farther behind the ears so you feel a squeeze of the shoulder blades and a deeper opening of the front body. And now opposite stretch, take the elbows together. Lift the arms and hands as high as you're comfortable to a place that you can hold. And again, open up, either staying right at the cactus level that we usually do, or bringing them back just a little bit farther. And now come forward, elbows are together. Nice. And now we're going to come out of this a little bit differently by raising the arms, raising the hands, and then open and look up and release. Hands come down again, hands behind. This time exaggerate the sternum forward, and maybe you hook your elbows and come back. Taking the palms facing, they're like hands are stacked, and now just go side to side, switching which hand is on top, almost like you're creating a figure 8. Nice. Go ahead and just make it be the wind, make it be the breeze. Close your eyes maybe and just imagining warm breezes, nourishing breezes, and moving side to side. Perfect. You all know, I'm sure, who Martha Graham is. Or was it Isadora Duncan? Isadora Duncan was the one that loved to dance with veils. So just think about Isadora Duncan and her veils as you sweep your arms. Here's our last one. Up, back, down. One more time. Hook the hands, sternum forward, and let's rest our arms. Inhale the shoulders up one time and lower them down. Slide those feet forward and then flex back and point. And flex back and point. Flex, point, flex, point. Bring them back together. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Nice. Pause in the number 11s and then go side to side. Windshield wipe those feet. Nice. Great. Bring them down, lifting up the left leg, squeezing it in as close to you as you can. Choosing if you want the hands just under the knees or if you want them under your thighs. Nice. And one more with the right leg up and down. Let's lift our left leg up off the floor and just circle it around. Making this circle as small or as large as you like, feeling some things happening in your hip. Other direction. You've got your right foot planted into the earth. One more time, and then let it rest and just take it out and bring it back. And plant it. Lifting up the right leg, let's circle it. Nice. Other direction. Great. Down and open and close. And pause. Nice. We're going to do opposite arm and leg lifts. So starting with right arm, left leg. Nice high stepping movement. And just check in with yourself to see that you're doing opposite. The body wants to do same side. We're building brain cells by asking it to go opposite. And it's how we walk anyway. Opposite leg, opposite arm, moving us forward with each step. And 3, and 2, and 1, and down. Inhale. And exhale. Now taking the hands and either hooking them to your chair or just leaving them on your lap. We'll do chair lifts, which are actually knee lifts. So engage that core. Just see if you can do some very small pelvic tilts right in your chair. So the way you feel this is to press the belly button back, press the low back into the back of the chair, release, press it back and release. So you're doing small pelvic tilts here. So this is all about just here's your core, here's the part of the body that's going to help you with chair lifts. So it's lifting both legs at once and keeping, most importantly, keeping this squared off angle. Ready, inhale, lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Nice. The next one we do, we'll hold the legs up from the ground for a few seconds. Continue to inhale and exhale as you do this. 3, 2, 1. Put the legs down. Leave them there. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Lift those legs up. Hold. You're holding the legs up, but you're not holding your breath. 3, 2, 1. Down. And I know I said one more time, but this really is the last time. Ready? Inhale, lift and hold. Feel those sit bones on the floor. Feel your low back against the chair. 3, 2, 1. Down. Just rub it out or tap it out. Great. And then scoot yourself a little bit farther towards the front in your chair. Take your feet out, heels out, feet out. So you come into a nice wide-legged stance, heels. I'm not going to say drilling down. I don't know why I was going to say that, but press down through the heels into the earth. Feel the your feet, your toes, the balls of your feet also pressing forward. Now let's just lift, roll back, and take those shoulders down and come back to our image of the string from tailbone up through crown of the head. And we'll come into some circles. So this is a classic example of hip hinging. The whole torso stays connected. The spine stays long. So we're getting a nice waist movement here. Nice. And one more time, and then reverse direction. Nice. Last time around, come back up, press again into the floor. Release. Press into the floor. Release. Press. Just activate all those muscles. Nice. So keep your feet right where they are. Take your arms out. We'll pause right here to make sure our shoulders are down and to make sure the arms are equidistant from the floor. Good. And then leave that height of the upper arms and take the hands and arms into our cactus pose. Gaze straight ahead. Inhale, exhale. Feel that nice long spine, seated goddess. Take the arms together. Hold right here. And now we'll open and close. And open and close. We're opening a door, double doors, and then we close, open, and close. Wow, a lot of crunching in my shoulders this morning. Good. And now leave those arms open and lifted, and then take and straighten them towards the sky, gazing upward for our 5-pointed star. Turn the palms, come on back down. Take the head, let it come forward. Stretch out the back. Nice. Hip hinge. Come forward, either hands to your thighs or elbows or upper arm, lower arms to your thighs, and press with the left arm into the left leg. Open and then press, going side to side. Now add the head, which goes in the opposite direction. So adding just a little bit of a side stretch and a twist to this. As you continue to press the thighs a little bit farther open. Okay, pause when you're looking out and over your right side. Take both arms to the upper thigh, leaving that standing leg flat to the floor. And now see if you can grab just a little more extension, maybe a deeper hip hinge. Come all the way back up to seated, twist over, do the same thing on the other side. Go into it slowly. Feel those muscles happily. Stretching out, come all the way back up through seated, come to the other side, give it a twist. Remembering to keep pressing the opposite leg into the floor, keeping them nice and wide open. Other side, and twist. And come back up. Inhale, exhale. And exhale. So I'm going to leave my feet where they are, but come up onto the balls of my feet and down. Balls of the feet down. Good. Good. Nice job. Excellent. Scissor the feet together. You can stay forward in the chair. Take your hands out in front like you're in a rowboat. Row it back and row it back. Like you've got oars in your hands and arms. Okay. Pause right here. Straighten the spine, turn the palms upward, and now opposite, and let it come down upon you. Scoop it forward, and let it come down. Positive energy, falling leaves, snow, confetti, whatever you like, flowing down over you. Nice. 2 more, scoop it up and down. And scoop it up and let your hands rest on your shoulders. Circle those elbows as big as your shoulders allow. And it may look different on each side. You may not be matching exactly. And other direction, kind of like, and the wheels of the bus go round and round. Take your hands down. If it's available, scooting just a little bit farther forward into your chair. Left hand is going to cross. Just get that motion. Take that down. Then right hand cross. We're letting the brain know right now that we're again going to be crossing the body. So just start with the hands. Good. And then we're going to add the leg. So as the left arm goes over, the left leg goes in the opposite direction. And out. And out. And out. It's like you're pushing away things that you don't want in your space. Creating your personal space, your personal bubble around you, and not letting anything that you don't want come in. Now take it up and take it up. And up. And looking up as that hand goes side to side. Now we're going to take it down, and take it down, and take it down. Nice. All right, here's 3. We're still down 2, and 1, and pause. Inhale, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. We're going to add something a little different to this. The arms are just going to do one thing, but the legs are going to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to take our left hand, we're going to bring it out and circle it around. And then the right hand goes out and circles around. Nice. As the leg continues to go in opposite directions. Good. Nice full complete circle. Let's do 2 more. Here's 2. And here's 1. And come back. Feet together. Scoop back in your chair. Inhale with the shoulders. And exhale down. One more time. Inhale with the shoulders. And exhale down again. Take those arms back, hooking them if you like. Come forward, sternum forward. Inhale, exhale. Very good. All right, we're going to come to standing. Scooting forward in your chair. Take those shoulders back, plant those feet into the floor, 90-degree angle. Practice, remind your body of the hip hinging, and then let yourself come up to standing and release down. Okay, here we are standing up. I'm just going to adjust this just a tad. Yeah, good. All right. So coming to be near your chair or a wall in any way that suits you. So taking those toes, squeezing them into the floor. You've got the number 11s. Put your knees over your ankles, hips over your knees, shoulders over your hips. Relax into the jaw. Hands down at your side. Maybe you've got a little bit of a knee bend, just a little. We call it creating some space behind the knees so that we don't lock the knees. So when I say straight legs, I mean that it looks like a straight leg, but it's not a locked leg. There's just a little space behind there. So this is our standing mountain. Let yourself really embrace and embody standing mountain. Perhaps there's some hiking that you've done in your life or trips you've taken, and you can visualize the mountain, thinking about the idea of its sturdiness and its steadiness and how strong it is at its core, that it also supports growth. Nice. I've been watching this show called 17 Peaks. It's on Netflix, and a person, an amazing athlete in Tibet, I think, but he decides to climb all the giant peaks all over Pakistan, India, K2, Mount Everest, all of these peaks. And it is fascinating and scary at the same time because he knows no fear. So perhaps bringing into us, taking a little bit of his fearlessness, bringing it in to us. There's some lovely scenes. It's a documentary, of course, between he and his mother, because she doesn't understand why he has to do this, why he has to endanger his life like this. Just lift your arms up, fingertips towards the sky. We're in a relaxed mountain. We're confident in the idea of our major joints being one over the other. The arms are lifted to create a deeper sense of height and a touching upward towards the lightness as we stay grounded into the earth, whatever earth is speaking to you today. And then just open those arms, turn them, and then come into just taking them straight out and then taking them down by your side. Turning towards your chair and holding on to, actually one more thing I wanted to do, this in this direction is to widen the stance. And again, take that little bit of space we had behind the knees and make it into a full-on knee bend. Now, pelvic tilt. And see how easy they are to do when we're in this standing posture. Free movement of our pelvis back and forth, but also side and side. This whole area, lots happening there, not to mention the spinal cord coming down and going down into our legs. We we have like the parts of the spinal cord, the sciatic nerve running through our hip. The sacrum's in there, which is the fused bone that fuses to the hip. All right, up we come. Good. Speaking of hip, just go. Okay. Now let's turn towards our chair. Again, posture, come up onto the balls of your feet and down. Seeing if this is something that's available to you without holding on to anything. Finding a drishti, finding something to look at is great. I'm on a carpet. This would be much easier on a hardwood floor. Pause and just bend into the knees, keeping the heels on the floor, keeping that distance. Okay, great. We're going to come through standing, coming up to a lifted on the balls of our feet. If it's available, taking those arms off. Now, heels come down, knees bend, hip hinge, and we come into chair. Lift through the belly button. Here's your chair for support. Now come back up. Find your stability in standing mountain, if it's available, coming up onto the balls of your feet. And then changing that into chair pose. Now just let's come to standing mountain and take your hands to the chair. Inhale and exhale. Remembering with anything that we do here, don't and probably won't look exactly like me. We are all anatomically and physiologically different. And balance is different. Your ability to balance is different every single day. So just being click, click, turn off your inner critic. Be you, be who you are. All right, starting in standing mountain, we'll come through that again. So let's just start it by coming up onto the balls of our feet. If it's available, bringing those arms up. Take the feet down to the floor. Scoot your buttocks out. Neutralize your pelvis, come into chair pose. Come back up through standing mountain, balls of the feet. Heels come down, bend, out. Do it one more time. So we come up through standing mountain to come up onto the balls of our feet. Heels come down, chair pose. And take the hands to the chair. And come back up, check out the legs. Little jog around your space. Great. Okay. I'm going to do lunge, goddess, lunge. So we're going to start. I have my left hand on the chair. I'm going to take my right foot forward. Take my left back, and I'll start it out so you can see my feet, and then change it so you can see the rest of me. Right foot forward, left back. Take that left back as far as you can so that you can keep the heel on the floor and you're getting a good stretch in your Achilles and your calf. And as best you can, all 10 toes point forward and your hips point forward as well. The knee bend is in the front leg. You can be holding onto your chair, or you can take both hands to the top of your thigh and do a little hip hinge here to increase that stretch in your calf. Great. Unhinge, come back, leave the feet apart, and just turn yourself towards your chair. Toes are pointed out to the corners. Slide down, knees out over. Your feet will come into the goddess pose. Okay, so You might or might not be facing your chairs, but we came from lunge to come into goddess. Okay, now, instead of coming back forward, we're going to turn around so that our left foot is forward and come into the lunge again. Left foot is forward, right leg is back. And then again, if it's available to you, you might come so that you're hip hinging even farther. And come back up. Okay. I'm going to do that. We'll do it with me facing the chair. Lots of parts to it. Let's see if that gets my head in. No. Okay. So start facing the chair. Take your right foot out. Take your left back, but have all 10 toes pointed forward. Front leg is bent. Back leg, heel on the floor, and you are facing over your front knee. You can hold on to the chair, or you can take and hip hinge a little bit farther forward. Nice. Now coming up, just take and turn the toes to get you facing the chair, toes out to the corners. Slide yourself down into goddess pose. Coming out of this to turn to the other side. You have your left foot forward, right leg back, hip hinge to come into a deeper lunge. Great. Or just keep holding onto the chair, or maybe you have a wall handy as well. All right, coming up and out of this, turn towards the chair, slide down, bend into the knees, up, and we come into our goddess. Coming out of that, turn in the direction that we started. Right foot is forward. We're going to go through it one more time. Left is back and come into lunge. Press back down through the back heel. Lift up. Goddess. Out. Open. Lift. Turn the other direction. Left foot is forward. Right is back. Coming into your version, whatever that is, of a lunge. Coming out of that, turn towards the chair. Goddess. And I think we'll end it right here. And release. This is the feet together. Check out those legs. Nice. Lift, 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 and lift. Let's stay on this side. We have our left side to the chair. Bring your weight over to your left leg, freeing up your right one. The right one's going to go into the infinity circle or figure eight. So lifting that leg up and taking knee moves in, knee moves out. Translating into a wonderful movement of the ball and the socket of the hip. You can keep it low so that your feet, your toes are scraping the carpet. You can take it higher. Whatever feels right to you, using the chair or the wall for support. Here's our last one. And back. And let's go to the other side. The weight onto the right side, that becomes your balancing stable leg. Again, making sure that your knee has the ability to move. And now take the free left leg up, around, up, or just side to side, 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 side. Whatever you're doing, it's all good for the hip. Good. And one more. And down, widen the stance, circle out the waist. Nice. Other direction. I got carried away. Other direction. Okay, good. Come to standing. Take your toes, point them out to the corners, and then just let those arms rise up. 5-pointed star. Inhale, exhale. Good, 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 good. Greet the day. Be open to the day. You never know what it's going to bring. We plan, but it doesn't always work out the way we plan. I have, throughout my whole life, I've had really very good plan A's. Like, okay, that's my plan. What I'm not so good at is plan B's. So I'm trying to have plan B's now, and C's and D's, in case my plan A isn't working out the way I want it to. So we're standing, we're facing the chair. Hands are on it. We keep our feet in the number 11s. We bend down, and then we let our buttocks move backwards, and we stretch our arms forward. And you should really be feeling a stretch in your hamstrings and your glutes. And you've got your belly button lifted. Good. Now walk forward, almost to the chair, and then just lift up and through the whole front body, right through the pelvis, belly button, rib cage, and up. Come back into standing mountain, and then begin the journey walking backwards. Enough so that you can lengthen your arms, lift up through that belly button, as if you're going to sit back, bend into the knees, and just get a sense of a tug between the fingers and arms forward and the glutes back. So the stretching right along the spine, and that's going to stretch out your glutes, hamstrings, and all the muscles along the spine. Scoot under, walk forward, take yourself to the chair, lengthening through the front body. Nice inhale, exhale here. And come back into standing mountain. Walk yourself backwards for a nice back stretch again. Bending down. If you're feeling comfortable in your back, in your belly, as you have the core engaged in this, feel free to take small side to side wags of the tail. So just taking your hips gently side to side. Scoot under, come forward. Maybe you come into a back bend that looks like this time. And then take the hands back. Inhale, exhale. And release. All right. Let's come to stand in front of our chair, feeling the backs of your legs on the chair in slow motion. And as you're ready, begin to sit down. So hip hinge, torso comes forward, arms back, and we sit in the chair. Very nice. Let the hamstrings just melt into the chair. Nice. We're going to do something to get our circulation going as we sit in the chair. Not that it's not going, but just to increase just a little bit. And I think we may have done it. I'm not really sure. I call it the breath of joy. It's got arm parts and it's got leg parts. So the arm part's a 4-part breath. So inhale, exhale. No, I'm sorry. Rewind. The 4-part breath, 3 inhales in a row, and then an exhale. Okay. So for the arms, it's always an inhale. Inhale, 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 release. So it's inhale, inhale, inhale. Ha! And feel free to ha when you finally let that breath go. All right, I'll just start it and join in it, and it goes on. You just keep repeating the movement, and you can put as much vigor into it as you like. Ready? And Good way to get anger out, or any super strong emotion that's not serving you. Do 2 more. Last one. And let the hands rest on your thighs. Come into some recovery breaths. And if you want to do it standing up, I'll just demonstrate it here. You've got your hands at your side, so it's so it adds a knee bend. So when you come into that final, you also really feel like, okay, breath of joy. Okay, I always love that. I always feel so invigorated after I do the breath of joy. Taking those arms out, place the palms together, interlace, and just gently press forward, stretching out the wrists and the fingers. In and out, and in and out, and then take and bring it up overhead or just higher up in front of you in some small circles. Other direction. Good. Open up and release. All right, let's come into, so we're all aligned. We're going to twist over to the left, twist over to the right, and just find your rhythm with these twists. We're all warmed up, so you might find you can take your twist just a little bit deeper here at the end of class, but be right where you need to be with your body. Last one. Hands down. Hands to your shoulders. Press your back against the chair. Now come into side bends. So you might also do it this way. Again, we're warmed up, so things might be stretching just a little bit easier. Here's our last one. And down. Now we're going to combine twists and side bends. So one, twist, one, side bend, side bend. Ready? And twist, twist, side bend, side bend. Starting over, twist, side bend. Doing 2 each one. Back to twist, 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 side bends, twist, and last round, twist, and 2 side bends, side bend, side bend, and come back. Inhale, grow tall. Nice. Lifting the right leg in towards you, and then take and bring it over. Letting that ankle and leg just hang there as the hip opens up. Nice. Maybe pulse it down. Good. Good. Take the hands to the front of the leg and just very gently, very lightly come forward. Whole torso comes forward, increasing that stretch to the hip and back. And come forward. Good. And back. And forward. We'll hold it a little bit longer. Coming back to inhales and exhales. And release. Taking the legs side to side. Lift and down. Lifting the left leg in. No, the right leg. Bring that up. Again, just let the muscles melt into this. If you'd like, just press. Press. And if you've had any sort of hip surgery, hip replacement, just be careful. You wouldn't want to take yourself into a super deep stretch. And then take the hands forward, coming forward with the whole torso. It's a hip hinge. Nice. Come back and come forward. And come back. And one more time. And back. And take it side to side. And then gently guide it back to the ground, widening your legs just a little bit to come into some easy circles. Nice and easy. And another direction. And come back. Bring your feet back in. Coming back into our original alignment of the seated mountain. Let yourself feel like you could melt into the chair. Come into some soft breathing. Breathing that you hear, but that you're not forcing. But just the natural in and out of your own breath. Maybe you have one hand over the other on your belly. And maybe you can feel that automatic expansion and retraction. But not overthinking. Most importantly right now is to just let the breath be what it is. Let it serve to soften. Let it serve to bring oxygen in. Helping the muscles with recovery. Keep your hands there or release them down to your thighs. I am, for some reason, very comforted by my open hand placed on each thigh. If my hands are cold, the thighs warm them up. So you've got your back. You have your jaw relaxed. Eyes closed, staying right here in the present moment, finding a sensation to focus on to keep your brain connected through mind, body, spirit. Maybe it's the feel of the flooring beneath your feet. Maybe it is your hands on your thighs. Maybe it's the back of your thighs on the chair. But find something that is a sensation that you can focus on. Could be the sound of your breath. Could be the sound of something outside. And go inside. Feel tight anywhere. See if you can send some oxygen there. See if you can visualize that area softening. Becoming one with yourself, your surroundings, and your world. A simple phrase from Ralph Waldo Emerson. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside. Taking your hands together, nice and easy, nice and lightly. We'll do an Om together. Inhale. Om. The light in me, the light of this day, honors and sees the light within each of you. Honor that light, let it shine brightly with your compassionate hearts. Namaste.